It was a summer morning in 1518. The city of Strasbourg stirred with its usual rhythms. The sun warmed the cobblestone streets. Life was simple, predictable. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Then, a woman named Frau Trophia stepped out of her home. She began to dance in the middle of the street. There was no music, no festival, just the soft shuffling of her feet on the stone. She danced with a strange, silent intensity. Her face was a mask of exhaustion, yet a faint, unnerving smile played on her lips. She did not speak. She just danced. For hours, she continued. Her neighbors watched, whispering among themselves. They thought perhaps grief had taken her mind. They assumed she would eventually stop. She danced through the night, her movements becoming more frantic, more desperate. Her smile never faded. Week a week, the scene had Frau no longer alone. One by one, others had joined her. A man left his workshop, his tools clattering to the ground, and began to sway. A young girl abandoned her chores, her feet tapping an unseen rhythm. They all wore the same expression, exhausted, yet smiling. Their movements were jerky, uncoordinated, but relentless. The spinning camera of history captures warped backgrounds. The half-timbered houses seeming to bend and melt around the ceaseless motion. The authorities were confused. Was this a protest? A strange, new religious sect? They couldn't understand. Days turned into a week, and a week into a month. The lone dancer had become a crowd. Dozens, then hundreds of people were caught in the grip of this bizarre compulsion. The streets were now a chaotic theater of movement. People danced until their feet were bloody and torn. They danced until their bones fractured. They danced with sweat pouring down their smiling, tired faces. They collapsed from strokes, heart attacks, and pure exhaustion, only to be replaced by new dancers emerging from the crowds of horrified onlookers. The city's leaders were desperate. They tried everything. At first, they thought more dancing was the cure. They cleared guild halls, erected a wooden stage, and even hired musicians, hoping the afflicted would dance the fever out of their systems. It only made things worse. The music seemed to fuel the mania, drawing even more people into the vortex of movement. The smiling, exhausted faces spun and spun. The authorities grew alarmed. The city was grinding to a halt. The epidemic of dance was paralyzing Strasbourg. They switched tactics. The music was banned. The stages were torn down. They resorted to forced restraint, but the dancers fought back with a strength born of madness. The priests were called in to perform exorcisms, believing the dancers were possessed by demons or cursed by a vengeful saint. Holy water was sprinkled, prayers were chanted, but the dancing did not stop. The relentless, smiling faces continued their macabre ballet. The city had lost control. Its physicians, its leaders, its priests all were powerless against the silent, rhythmic tide that had consumed their people. The spinning camera pulls back, showing a city in the grip of an unexplainable chaos. This event, this surreal anime of real life, was meticulously recorded in the city's historical records, in physicians' notes, and in local sermons. They called it the Dancing Plague of 1518. It lasted for months, claiming as many as 400 lives before it finally, mysteriously, subsided. The last dancers stumbled to a halt, their bodies broken, their minds vacant. The smiling stopped. the streets fell silent once more. No one knows why it happened.